think is,
Okay.
I think we still see the Vygar probably.
And we've got pick bands going. So.
Send me that link. Send me that link.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you did.
I was gonna say, I thought so.
I was just testing you. So Shin Poppy. Okay, the Poppy is gone. Thank the Lord. No more Garen, hopefully. Set Malphite. So 4 top lane bans. We're cooking. Let's go 6. Let's go all the way. Garner, okay. And the last ban on Targon side. The Lux ban. So Vygar is now up. Has previously been banned. Unsure if Cerelius wants to lock it in blind or with Ari still up. But he's gonna do it. Bags against the wall. He slams the Vygar.
I like it. I like the confidence play.
I do too. Also, secures you some late game scaling, right? It's something they've lacked every game so far. And now you got it, right? You have your late game carry if needed.
Yeah, and that's a big shout out. I will say, yep, and there it is. It leaves up the Zeri.
Zeri, Yumi.
Oh, Yumi picked up here.
I'm gonna have to boo that one. But I respect the pick. But boo. I'm assuming we're gonna see Misfortune. I wouldn't mind a Misfortune Rel. Alawi.
Yeah,
slam down from that.
So yeah, this is Cerelius and Matt saying, hey, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy the biggest backpack I can, and I'm gonna try and fit you guys in it. And Alawi and Vygar, that's the way that these two are gonna get it, and Misfortune for Miso as well. So these three really getting their champs. I'm not sure how they're gonna synergize too well as a team, but yeah, we'll see.
I have some ideas on what might be.
I like this look. I really like this look, to be honest.
Now, what is Chappell's going with the Cho'Gath?
Cho'Gath is okay into Alawi because Alawi really wants to heal back up after getting low, and so if you can just get Alawi into the threshold and then feast. But also Alawi loves playing into Cho'Gath too, because the test of faith is pretty easy to land on Cho'Gath with that big character model. And
that's what I'm saying. Also, he has to be close to you to fight, right? So he comes in, you drop that Alawi ult. So if Matt can, I think this could look similar to game 1 if Matt can get a lead like he had. But Chaffles has been playing on a different level in these last 2 games. See the Zillion bans, so there will be no Zillion either in this game.
My teammates are going crazy in the chat, dude. Spike says we're going to a game 5 already. He's got the faith.
The Shyvana ban, honestly, I would have left it up, me personally.
Again, the Zeri, Cho'Gath, Shyvana, that's just too much scaling. So I feel like
I would like to see an Ari ban coming out here last for Bandle City, just to put Minty on something else, right? He's already played Ari tonight, he's played Lux, make him pick something else. But we might see the Pantheon ban just to take Aztec off of comfort. He had a pentakill last game.
Yeah, I agree. An Ari ban is big. Will they find it? They go with another jungle ban, and I think that's okay as well. I think another jungle ban is fine.
I agree.
But I really hard agree with you though that force, the Ari ban here would have been really good. Although I will say, I'm Cerelius confident in the Vygar into Ari, right? That's one of the more standard common matchups. So maybe he kind of wants the Ari to come out. That's something that he feels like he can play around. Zach is hovered here. We haven't seen a lot of Zach in the LCC. He's got some unique gank angles and some good opportunities to get in onto a Vygar that's usually very difficult to gank.
That, but also I think it's a good pick to help Chaffles out, right? You're gonna have this Alawi who's gonna want to beat up on Cho'Gath, and you're gonna have the Zach to kind of help alleviate some of that pressure. / if the Alawi gets too comfortable to help Cho'Gath secure that kill.
Gemsy back to the Sejuani. The faith is back, okay?
I like it. You got the Alawi who's oh, is this gonna be a Vi support or a Sejuani support?
It is just a hover. It might be a momentary misclick. Not sure. Don't see anything in the chat.
It is not.
Vi is slammed. That's a shock to me.
Is it? I'm guessing such. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, missed the pick. We do have some messages in chat.
Yeah, I don't. And Syndra is the answer. So no Ari.
Bandle City's playing for milk. So.
All right. It's all on the line here as Bandle City will square off against the Targon Titans for their lives. This is an elimination game in the quarterfinals as the Targon Titans look to snuff out the flame of the Buckaroos. The Buckaroos, can they bandle together one last time and push it to a Game 5 in a Silver Scrapes? We've only got about probably 20, 30, maybe 40 minutes remaining to find out, so it's all going to go down right now. And for the Buckaroos, they've got Matt in the top side, Gemsy in the jungle, Cerelius in the mid lane, Miso at the carry position, and Dan at support. And for the Titans, we have Chaffles in the top lane, Aztec in the jungle, Minty in mid, Crispy at the carry position, and Oreganon on the Yuumi. It's not really a support. It's like half of a... I can't call Yuumi support, but... You know, playing the AI champion. Playing the free low.
We gotta keep up with that stat counter for the Vygar.
Everything goes out the window when you play for milk. That's honestly, put that in the quote channel in the Discord. That's great. All right, so junglers, this is Gemsy's first time starting top side, and Aztec is starting bot side. So again on a cross path, this will be 3 out of 4 games where they are cross-pathing. But Minty landing a couple nice autos. Nice little advantage here. Dan trying to find some level 1 poke. Does pull Crispy and Oreganon off the wave. Actually buys a lot of time for Miso. So that's nice. Very clean find there. A little bit of damage, but Aztec not actually prevented from doing anything. Will just go back to farming. Matt misses his first test of faith. He begins to push the wave into Chaffles. Alright, so we want to see... Targon's got the far better scaling, but the thing is Cerelius will always be relevant no matter what happens in this game. I really want to see the way that they use the box in the 2v2 team fights, and Matt needs to be pulling multiple people from Targon over into the side lane in order to have a chance at winning this game. Yeah, already looking to push advantages here. And I believe that was a... Oh, he just missed it. So Chaffles with some really nice side steps here is able to actually neutralize some of this early lane advantage that Alawi should have.
You know, in that first Strogat game, he had some...
Ooh, Crispy with the sweet moves. Nice, yeah, nice counter damage back onto Dan there.
Yeah, so a nice little follow-up from Miso. Yuumi does get the Q down, but nice little battle going on.
That was pretty clean right there, I'm not gonna lie. Matt lands his first test of faith. Is able to proc his, oh yeah, what is that, his Conqueror? But Aztec is here. Aztec could look for a play here. I think this will be the engage. In from Aztec. Question mark pings down. Yeah, and he's going in, so a silence down, and Matt will be forced to flash out. And so a nice play there. Evens up the lane a little bit for Chaffles. Lightens the load. Alright, mid lane going...
He's gonna look mid here.
Yeah, I think Minty should just be able to walk this out. Their Scatter the Weak will push him away as the box comes down mid, and Minty will flash. So after the box,
I don't think he needed the flash. I mean, like, he'll take damage, but Vygar's not doing that much damage. I think he would have been fine, but better safe than sorry than losing some of your health bar. But I think he was perfectly fine out the flash. You were pretty close to his tower.
Yep, and Dan is here, so Dan might look for the immediate re-engage.
Yeah, nice little 1-2 punch, right? You got the gang from Jimsy right into the Vi showing up.
Yeah, Aztec is topside though, so secures that. And Dan is going to look here, so Minty could be in a lot of trouble. There's no flash. The flash comes out. A Q coming down. There's the box, and it will land in its first blood, but it's secured, and it goes over to Dan. That might
He
have
had
been...
him stunned. The W was up.
Yeah, that it might have been the Ignite Aztec here with a counter.
Going in top.
Yep, and
He
the
did
Test
hit
of Faith and lands on a Chaffle's huge play. Aztec does have passive here, so he can just fight this out. Chaffle's very low. Look at that. It's a kill on the 1v2. No way, they turned it. Matt! Oh, the Buckaroos pick up 3 across the board. Oh, they needed that. They absolutely needed that. That was... I can't believe that Alawi did that much damage to... to both of the people in the gank. That was... Dude, Alawi is not balanced. That was crazy.
That was insane. And now Matt's sitting pretty. Ciao.
You guys,
Man.
so there's some calls in the chat that, you know, the support picking up the kill is gonna tilt Jason, but you have to, you gotta keep in mind that I played support with Jason for many years, so he's trained for this, okay?
But that was a slam dunk. Like, come on, he's fucking free, bro. No flash, hits the box.
I mean, hey man, the Vi flashed, so ooh, the Prowler projectile just misses. Nice little knock up here. Matt now level 6. Nice big lead here in the top lane. This is exactly what we wanted out of Matt and Bandle City. This has been 2 games in a row where Chaffles has just dominated top lane on the Poppy and now forced off the Poppy back onto the Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
Down 20 CS.
If this goes to game 5, you won't see that Poppy again, man. But at least Alawi didn't get both of those kills. So Alawi picks up both of those kills and top lane's over.
Gemsy is snuck in here, I believe. I don't think that they saw him actually get in. We'll take a look bot side. Pings are going down.
Oh, he missed the rupture top.
Yeah, it looks like they're not quite sure. That is the ultimate coming out, and so it's a lot of damage that lands onto the test, but still the actual Cho'Gath has plenty of health. And we are split between this bot lane gank and what's happening top. Matt has so much pressure topside. Look at that, another test of faith landing. Nice damage coming across, and yeah, Chaffles, this is not sustainable in this lane at this point, so is going to need to find some type of answer. Already doubled in CS, 64 to 32, and he's continuing to push in. Aztec is here on the gank. Could look in, and that's ultimate out as exhaust goes down. Flash coming out as the dash away from Dan. Misa will be left as the sacrificial lamb. And so they pick up one. It's their first for Targon. It goes over onto Zeri, probably one of their prime targets. And a nice play here from Targon at 8 minutes to find something.
It's like Jim's just going to go ahead and take grubs, knowing Zach is bottom. Probably a trade of neutral objectives here. First time we've really seen that this series. It's been pretty one-sided in terms of objectives.
Ooh, Scatter Week just misses. Yeah, I agree. This is one of our first like actual just trades happening, and it is 8 minutes. It's kind of a late dragon take with a new dragon timing, but neither of these junglers wanting to throw too much away. Again, big game for both of these teams. Targon doesn't really want to let this go to a game 5. Again, with Oregonin on UK time, it cannot be understated that it's current. What time is it right now? Yeah, it's currently 3:08 in the morning for him. You gotta
make the Yumi pick make sense. Yumi pick makes sense.
You gotta assume that not the best decisions are ever made past midnight, and certainly not at 3 in the morning. So,
and certainly not in the UK. No.
All right, Crispy finding a way here, honestly, on the scaling pick and able to get a kill and have the farm lead. Pretty big advantages here. Matt, nice trades here. I mean, anytime that Alawi can land these test of face, You know, Cho'Gath able to sustain through some of this, but certainly not most of it. Starting to actually win a little trade here. Not too bad. Okay, what are our junglers going to do? This is about a 2k gold lead here for Bandle City. Let's check out where the gold lead actually is, as about 1,400 of it is top lane alone. Jungle has the other 300, mid with another 400, and then the Zeri about 400 up with that kill. So, and Crispy is all in again onto Miso. Nice find here as he skates in over the wall. Miso with no flash, no barrier will drop, and that's another kill.
Dan just like not close enough to him for him to really be walking up that far. Dan is still only level 5 with the Yuumi being level 7. He's really got to get that ultimate.
All right, Crispy and Oreganon. Dan is only level 5 here, so yeah, as you just said. And teleport coming in from Matt, going to continue to try and shove this pressure down the throat.
You have Aztec up there. But he just finished Black Cleaver. I'm not sure they win this 2v1.
Yeah, I don't think they do. Aztec might try and look for the play if it's a little bit too deep, and he is charging it up. So the Rupture in. They will land the engage down, but the turrets aren't in. There's the ultimate. He gets out of turret range. Shaffles is low here. Test of Faith will just miss, and so they get a really nice...
That damage was kind of nuts, though.
Oh, and there he is. He's in onto Matt. Matt hits level 5 here. I still think one more Test of Faith will be good. It's a solo kill mid lane, and I missed it because top lane's going crazy, but a nice play there, and it's timely because Bandle City needs to continue to find ways to press this advantage, and Sorellis is able to create one out of nothing here. Yeah, Vigar pressed the outplay button there, and he pressed R. Crispy is in. He is 3 levels down, but he finds the shutdown. Really nice roam here. Now they're going to all in here, but he's got a lot of time. Dan might go down. He dies to 2 turret shots. That's insane that he died so quickly. He had like 90% health. Crispy is on the run.
Here.
He's going to look for this. He's going to skate over this wall.
Oh, he should have waited.
3-0 here. Bullet time is used from Miso. Really just to try and buy some tempo. Alright, things stabilizing a little bit.
Crispy is looking like the way to win this game. Sitting at 3-0. Item and a half.
Yeah, and I still like what they've got here with the Cho'Gath and the Zac. I still think it's going to take Cho'Gath some time to scale up, right? They want to get these items, but I do think once they've got the late game Cho'Gath and Zac, they'll have this front line. They've got the Scout of the Week. They've got the ways to let Crispy carry, and they're putting their eggs in the Crispy basket.
Unlike that first game when Matt had such a lead, Set can, flip back into the team, and I think Alawi's going to struggle a little bit to actually get in there onto Crispy like he could with the set. So it's going to be interesting to see how he can do that.
Chaffle's looking here for the Rupture. Just misses. I like that. A nice little Cho'Gath gank, knowing that he can't do anything topside.
Yeah, top is... It's lost. He's a center tower, even that's not too well.
As far as losing a lane to only be 0-1 is very good, but yeah, it's a big CS
It is
lead.
like a 60 CS lead almost.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Objectives are up. Next Dragon is up. He's going to find the box down onto Crispy as Test of Faith down onto Minty. And they will get the slow out. So Gemsy may be able to look. A Glacial Prison lands, and it's straight in onto Aztec. The engage is through. Minty has to flash out. Nobody's actually dead yet. There goes Aztec, and then another pull through as lots of damage coming through. Chaffles teleports straight into a box. There's nothing that they can do. It looks like Targon will disengage from this, but Crispy still plenty of health. Look at those tentacles. 2 of them slam down into Crispy. And he's down to about less than a quarter HP. This should be objective 1 here for the Bandle City Buckaroos with Aztec dead. And yeah, it looks like they will just push in here onto the objective. Minty and Chaffles trying to consolation prize. Minty will take 2 turret shots, so he's very close to going down here.
Miso's gonna walk up here and maybe look.
I like the opportunity from Miso.
Oh,
You know?
Crispy's looking here on Cerelius.
Yeah, 3 levels is the difference, but it's a 2 versus 1. You can't forget that the cat is here, and Crispy will just all in. He tries to turn and burn. He almost gets it, but the shielding from Oreganon is enough, and Targon finds another kill onto the mid laner of the Buckaroos. It's a flash slow from Miso, but he doesn't get a single auto off.
Yeah, the kill at least goes over to Zach, right? It's better than it going over to Crispy. But they'll just be glad to shut Cerelius. Not sure. I don't think it was a shutdown. Just put him down. Send him back to base.
Look at this rupture from Chaffles. Chaffles has had some of the best ruptures on Cho'Gath this entire season. Gemsy with the Arctic Assault in. Will he get the slow? It's a flash in as they commit even more. The bouncy house out. It's a flash away as Chaffles is able to escape. So it's 1 flash and an ultimate for 2 flashes. I think that's a win for Targon. Pretty happy to take that. Yeah, I will say Jason has looked good on a multitude. Sorry, Cerelius has looked strong on a multitude of different champions this season. So far in the game, nothing really special about the Veigar. Now, the Veigar will scale. He'll continue to find plays.
He did get a solo bolo. He did solo bolo Minty.
Yeah, absolutely, but he did that on Lux as well in game 1. So
that's true. I think he's just lost track of Crispy this game. Like that's twice Crispy has roamed to him and killed him.
Yeah, and again, every time it's Crispy and Oreganon. You know, it's both of them. So it is nice play. Chaffles here gonna try and find something. Nice sidestep on the rupture, but the silence comes through. They do have the feast. They commit a lot onto him, but the bullet time over the wall. Chaffles potentially being caught. Look at this damage over the wall as Oreganon has to come out. It's an all-in 5v5 as Aztec dives in. It's a kill as Crispy now on the side flashes over the wall. That's Miso down, Cerelius down. It's a double kill as he dives in forward. Matt trying to do what he can, but Aztec healed up at the last minute. Crispy now alone as Gemsy is trying to find the kill. He finds the shutdown. Matt lands 1 more. Gemsy in a 1v2 against Aztec and Oreganon. The Q, the prowling projectile. It's a big shutdown. It's a 3 for 2 at the end of all that. That was a crazy brawl.
Fight.
I will say the difference between this game and last game is that Targon hard won that fight last game, and it just meant that the game was over. And this time, Bandle City able to stand strong despite slightly losing it 3-2. They still find big kills back. Matt with huge damage, still 2-0 and 3 in the fight, and Gemsy picking up a big shutdown, able to collect the kill onto Crispy.
Yeah, really nice play from Crispy on the backside. He did kill Miso. Right? Did he kill Miso?
Yeah, Miso and Cerelius. Yeah.
So this area is scary, right? 5-1, 2 full items.
Scary Zeri.
Yep, scary Zeri. It's gonna have to be Cerelius to really hit the box and just delete him.
Yeah, I mean the box placement perfect right there, but Crispy with a flash out of the box really just decided that he was gonna outplay it. There was no way around it. That was his time to shine. So Miso definitely too far forward here as the Scatter of the Weak lands, and the follow-up jump is there. The old unleashed power from Minty will collect the kill, and that's Minty's first. He's on the board, but it's 4 pings down from Bandle City onto the Rift Herald. Oh, but they forget mid. They leave mid open, and Crispy is able to collect mid tier 1 for free. Perhaps the most important tower in the game. And he gets it just on a tempo play. And look, here it is again. They're fighting. Again, Crispy and Cerelius keep finding each other on the map. Yeah, pings down here. It's 4 bot side for Targon at this point. Aztec is just eating turret shots right now. I don't think that they have what it takes, and he might actually just die to the tower. He will survive. Alright, so Miso's here at the end. Scatter the Weak lands, and it cancels out the bullet time. The barrier comes out. Minty is there. They use the Herald topside. So Crispy is here though, and I don't think that Matt and Dan actually want this fight with Crispy here. I think they want to play avoid the Crispy at this point, otherwise they might get fried. Cerelius and Jemsy dash out. It's pings from both of them down onto the dragon. Both teams sitting out one dragon. No team really getting towards a soul stack at this point. Let's check out what we've got in terms of summoner spells. No flash for Crispy, no flash for Chaffles. On the side of Bandle City, nobody has flash. So definitely advantages here for Targon as Crispy is going to look in onto Miso. Miso will collect this tower, but at the cost of his life.
Yeah. Really bad time to die. I know you want the tower, but Dragon is up. Unless you just continue giving Matt's teleporting top, so they're giving Dragon. Oh, that's that.
Oh, you gotta wonder if he used the ultimate there. If that would have been a kill, I feel like that would have been a solo kill, if I'm being honest. So they hold off, but look at this. It's cross map and it's straight in onto Otacon. I think this is completely fine. They're gonna give up a Cloud Dragon for Otacon. Chaffles teleports to it, but he's not in a complete rush to actually get to it. Now they spot it, but it's down to less than 3k HP as teams are coming in. It's a flash in and a feast! Chaffles, the biggest steal of the night! He will secure the Otacon. They have to fight after this. Crispy is here. He dodges out the damage. Jemsy with a flash up, but Cerelius and Matt are on the way out. He skates in over the wall. He finds the kill onto Cerelius. Crispy having his Zeri moment, and the Targon Titans push through to spoil the Buckaroo's parade. It's a triple kill. Chaffles, what a feast!
Was just a beautiful, beautiful flash feast. I think Cerelius misplayed there. You can't use the Vigar ult on anyone except for the Zeri. You have to blow the Zeri up, and he uses it to finish off Chaffles, and Crispy just goes right in and has a field day.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, a mega swing that almost evens up the gold, but again, it's so hard to evaluate the strength of these objectives. So Otacon going over to Targon, big gold advantage, but also we've got the feats of strength for the side of the Bandle City Buckaroos. Now there's only 2 members actually have completed tier 2 boots, so they're not actually getting that value at the moment. So I'd love to see, honestly, whenever you get the feats, I'd love to see the boots rush so that you get the free gold value. So really want to see them complete their boots here. Alright, so yeah, it does look like next dragon's up in about 3 minutes. I think Targon will be happy to kind of continue to let the Zeri scale, continue to try and find ways. Let's check in with it's 224 stacks of power for this Vigar, so continuing to scale, continuing to get fed. And we are on double needlessly large rod, which you gotta assume is gonna turn into a magic hat here pretty soon. And Crispy is looking to make another pick onto Miso. Miso again alone here in the side lane. Pings are down onto him, but he will back off this time. So gets away successfully. And they've got that nice ward in the Fnatic brush. Let me ping this out really quickly as it just expired, but they had a really nice ward right here in the Fnatic brush in order to actually spot that rotation from Miso. So pings down here. Dragon is not up. They might be looking for some type of play. Crispy actually with a really aggressive posturing here, but Dan will not actually take the engage. Instead, they continue to secure. It looks like pings onto this. Yeah, not sure what they're aiming to do here. Looks like Targon, Bandle City is kind of happy to just walk around and let Targon dictate the state of the game at this moment.
Oh, Jimsy whiffed the glacial prism. That was crazy.
He gets away from it for free, though. Yeah, so that ulti's on cooldown. We still have 90 seconds until the dragon, though, so it's honestly like that. It's kind of a free timer for that. So we're gonna see item completions come in here. Crispy and Oreganon are resetting. Let's see what they end up picking up. It is a McHale's for the Yuumi.
I figured that would be the second item just since he didn't take
no cleanse. Yeah.
Yeah, no cleanse. You're gonna want it for the Vigar cage, the ult. Um,
I think Miso's had a really rough first 20 or so minutes here, but he's got himself farmed up over the last 10 or so in order to try and contribute here in the later stages of the game. Again, he's a veteran. This is his third season. Matt, Cerelius, and Miso really try to carry the rookies in Gemsy and Dan here. And this is their backs on the wall. Bandle City need this game in order to push it to a game 5. But pings are down, and Targon is straight in onto the Baron, and there's no wards here. They will just give over the Dragon, it looks like. But I don't think that Bandle City even knows that Targon is on the Baron. Yeah, all of Bandle City is here. They were expecting a fight at Dragon. Instead, it's a free Baron for Targon, and the instant teleport coming out.
and Cerelius is really far up here.
Yeah, this could be. He could get caught out here. Okay, the engage, it does find, it's a box is on cooldown as the dash in from Aztec forces the flash out. Cerelius now gets caught. It's a nice Glacial Prism. Crispy is on the side here, but Cerelius instantly evaporated. Matt trying to deal the damage that he can, but it's already too dead as the bullet time comes across. A nice test of faith lands as the dash in, the cease and desist, but it's too little too late as 3 go down. And so not only do they win the Baron, not only do they win the team fight, but they'll win the Dragon as well. And the Targon Titans put their stamp on game 4.
Yeah, sitting around Dragon way too early. Dragon wasn't up yet, and then Cerelius just like fucking way out of the way, dude. Like way too far up, causes flash, and still gets stunned. Hit by a nice scatter of the week from Minty, right into the feast from Chaffles.
Yeah, there's the jump
and
in.
There goes Miso. Oh my lord.
Yeah, and they can't even give it to Chaffles for the feast. It's not off cooldown again, and that will be 0, 6, and 2. Here's a nice box. So this might be able to find one as Gemsy flashes in. They do find that. It's a big shutdown. Crispy is still pretty much free on the backline here as he's going to skate in over the wall, which will leave Aztec alone. Flash out from Aztec. The box goes down, and they do collect it. So they kill each other as the ultimate is out. It's a 3 for 2. Aztec, Oreganon, and Minty trying to turn this around. This Alawi, so much healing, so much damage. Can he actually turn things around here? Look at these
Jesus
tentacles.
Christ.
They're insane.
Oh my god, he's gonna die, but that was just crazy.
It's a double kill, and it's a ace for Targon as Bandle City will drop, and Targon has found a way to come back on top. Barrier comes out from Miso as Aztec will dive in again. They're under tower here. It's another ace as they collect one more. Yeah, Targon Titans finding a way to tighten things up here in game 4. I mean, look at this. Another deep teleport. They really like this Fanatic Brush teleport. I don't know what Cerelius is going to be able to do here. Yeah, they should just have the pathing to be able to get out. Chaffles here on the side. Rupture going down. Aztec just diving in onto Cerelius, so they're going to just look for the counterplay. Nice scatter of the week, and Cerelius will drop again as the feast comes out. So one more stack landing. And there's an Unleashed Power. And yeah, this Bandle City, I think we can call that a last-ditch effort, and that might have been their last ditch of the season as Targon will begin to siege. This is they've already gotten bot inhib. This is mid inhib as well as Miso drops for an 8th time this game. They don't have any minions. They need to have some patience here. Teleporting from Minty on the respawn. And it's looking like things could get wrapped up here as Targon are sieging in to end the game. 11-25. They've got a big gold lead. They got a big kill lead. And 0-0 and 22 on the Yuumi. Pretty insane numbers for Oreganon here. They'll take the inhib and they'll back up. I'm not sure what's gonna. I mean, it's only soul. It's not, So maybe they're waiting for the.
It's only Cloud
Baron.
Soul.
Like, what's the angle here? Are they waiting for Baron? I'm not.
Yeah, I guess, or just like pulling them out of their base to kill them one more time. It's Crispy to the rescue.
Yeah, I mean Crispy's huge.
Just across the
game.
board, playing a lot of good game, a lot of good.
Dude, the Chaffles Flash Feast onto the Otacon. Huge play. Game-altering play. Yeah, and then things have really just kind of spiraled, to be honest, after that Otacon fight. Crispy's found so many picks. Misu's played his 4th game in a row on the Misfortune, and slowly, I'm not sure if he's just becoming fatigued, either physically or mentally. Not sure what the case is, but it looked really good in game 1. It looked okay in game 2. 0-8-3 here in game 4. I don't think it's the performance he would want. Cerelius, a lot more deaths than you would expect out of him.
I agreed, but you know the power spike's coming for me, so yeah, he's almost there.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's on like Crispy's looking here. Yeah, that's the test of faith missing, and that will be just straight up burned down. That is Matt's only his 2nd kill, but look at how easy it is for Crispy at this point in the game.
I mean, yeah, Crispy's 4 items. He's
just shredded.
Yeah, he demolished the curve of this game and is so far ahead of it.
Yeah, bullet time is used not in a team fight, not in a wombo combo, but just to clear a wave. Aztec is looking for the dive, decides better of it, probably for the best. So they spot out some vision here. Box from Cerelius will just whiff. Minty's here on the side. Yeah, not too sure what the call is. It looks like Baron will be spawning here in a matter of seconds. Looks like they might continue to siege without it as they dive in, and it's straight in onto Cerelius. They do get the kill onto Cerelius. He will drop. Not much that he could have done there, to be honest. He's Zanyas, and that was kind of the name of the game there. Rupture lands onto Matt. A dive in from Aztec. Dan has to queue out. Nothing he can do. And this will be a clean ace, as Dan will be eviscerated, and the Bandle City Buckaroos will be wiped from the map as the Targon Titans push in to win the game, to clean out the Nexus, and to move on to the semi-finals. Huge game from Crispy here, and again a massive play at the Otacon, but they secure their ticket into the semi-finals. The Targon Titans, they win the series 3-1.